Baltimore Ravens. Season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Mayfield off the play fake. He'll buy some time right. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Carolina. Deontay Foreman, his first touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw complete there to Bateman. Finding room at midfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. The Ravens at 5 and 4 now on the year, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well, because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
Someone's looking fresh, and this O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain too.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Another run here with Dobbins. And this time not as successful, as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. CD, put on your OC cap here. What do you do? 2nd and 1, you get stuffed. Now 3rd and 1.
You know, in the old days, I would have said we're going to line up and we're going to run the same darn play and we're going to get it right. But nowadays, as tough as defenses are, I want some mobility. I want some movement, putting the ball in the hands of my quarterback and giving him a run-pass option.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson.
Open man is Bateman. It's complete.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
J.K. Dobbins hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year.
And the Ravens respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Justin Tucker for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
They go play action. Mayfield. Goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Odafe Owe. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, they sent him on the blitz from that linebacker spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there. The defender got into the backfield so fast, it's hard for anyone to react.
He's able to get 4 back on the run, but now they'll have to find something here on 3rd and about 14.
Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
They'll roll him out right. And that is incomplete.
And that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
On is the punter Hecker as he gets this one away. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 31 yards on the punt there. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And they enter play here in this one on a 2-game win streak, plus they come off the open week as well. So this is a team that has a lot of things working in their favor.
Oh, it certainly is, and let's face it, this team is playing so well. The worry now is that after a few extra days off, they'll be sluggish coming into this game. So I've heard that they spent more time in practice working what they call good versus good, starting offense versus starting defense. They want a fast start in this next game.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. A give up the middle to Dobbins. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. 7-7, our score after 1. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll go again with Dobbins. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 55 rushing yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff for Dobbins. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
Working with a 2nd and 4.
Let's go, D.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. Rolling to his right. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Devin Duvernay, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Tucker now to add the point after. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Mayfield on play action. Sliding out of the pocket. Now he's going to throw deep right side. He's got a man complete.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
First down, Mayfield.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A good-looking drive so far for the Panthers and a first down here. Up the gun, McCaffrey. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else he'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Play fake, Mayfield. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28.
Adafe Owe. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive.
Throwing, Mayfield. This is caught. Touchdown, Panthers. Robbie Anderson, 28 yards. And the Panthers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. But right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 3rd down, here's Dobbins. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. The pickup there, 5 yards. Here's a give to Dobbins. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Eluding the pressure right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. And Xavier Woods with a pick. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Following the interception, Mayfield. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Shotgun handoff down to McCaffrey, and he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
And this pass rush has really been bringing the heat and has already gotten home a few times here in the first half. So how about the play call there? Sometimes if you can't protect, you've got to fool them. Screen passes like that can take a little steam out of what's been a relentless rush so far.
Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. Give him 3 on the game there, 2nd and goal. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Here's a run with Ballage. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Kalen Ballage. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. Here comes the return from the very back of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on it.
Here's a diving catch right side. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
Check 26, check 26. Whip, 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 whip.
Now it's Jackson rolling to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't third down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the first down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
Squeeze. UAX. 40, Mike, 40. All day, pump. Alert 3.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jackson. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And the Panthers are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
They'll start with a give here to Ballage. Fighting to get back to the goal line. I don't think he got there. He did not get back there. It's a safety.
Every team has plays in their book to try and buy some room when a safety's on the table. But a big variable is how does each team deal with the pressure of executing in those situations. In this case, they didn't, and they gave up 2 points.
That penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward. Dobbins running out of the gun. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. So we've come to halftime in a 5-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And no run back here as the 3rd quarter will commence with a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the 3rd quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the 2nd half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the 3rd quarter.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll run. It's Dobbins. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Jackson looking to throw on third. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Brandon Smith brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Play clock down to 5, and they're going to burn a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Mayfield now. He'll buy some. Now Mayfield lost the football. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down.
Mayfield to throw it. Open man is Anderson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Excellent play there on third down. Give him 25 yards. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch. On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. Odafe Owe able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
And he'll air this one deep for Anderson.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams.
And the Ravens are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Here's Jackson. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Brandon, I think he's just grateful to get back to the line of scrimmage and avoid not just losing yardage, but a big hit on that play as well. That defense closed on him quick and forced a quick surrender out of bounds.
Being chased out left. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Here's Dobbins. He'll get this down to the 21, just on the edge of the red zone. Now a timeout called for by the offense. And that's going to leave him with just 1 timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. To throw on 2nd and 6, Jackson. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down. Now a timeout called for by the defense. So, boy, that's already the 3rd they burn here. They are out of timeouts now before we've even hit the 4th quarter. 2nd down and right back to McCaffrey. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther first down. That time a little misdirection really seemed to fool the defense.
And think of it this way. From the time you're in high school, you're taught to watch film and pick up tendencies. Sometimes they can use those against you, though, when they break their own tendencies and hit you back the opposite direction.
And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time has run out on this third quarter of play. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And the Ravens are right back in this football game. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this 4th quarter deficit. And this series could very well determine our outcome. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Now Dobbins again on second down. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 110 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Boy, what would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
A give, Dobbins trying the right side.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
See the athleticism there of Brian Burns stopping him behind the line.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14.
Jackson.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Amari Barno
from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8, possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Jackson. And that will be incomplete.
Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. Forced out to his left.
That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end.
And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Found his target. It's Anderson.
And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. McCaffrey running up the middle. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more. McCaffrey on the counter. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Now Balaj. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because We've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Well, this is one of those games where if you win it, it feels extra special. But to lose a close one like this, Charles, remember where they didn't score any points in the second half, that has to sting a bit more.
Absolutely, and I really think that they're going to spend so much time poring over this game film, trying to figure out where their calls went wrong, how they didn't execute on certain plays. They were so close. Yeah, this one's going to linger for a little while as they try and diagnose this loss.
So for Carolina, their playoff chances take an uptick as they move to 7-4. And they'll be back home next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, it's a loss that'll drop them back to 500 through 10 games. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.